Hey guys, what do you do with your money every single time you get paid? Do you have a routine that you go through with your paycheck? Let me know if you do in the comments. And even if you don't, drop that in the comments as well, guys. Now, hey, all of us have routines for everything in our life, right? We have a morning routine. Some of us have a bedtime routine. Some of us have a gym routine, a lunchtime routine, whatever it may be, guys. But a lot of people don't have a routine for their money, what they do every single time they get paid. On this video, I'm going to give you my money, paycheck, budget routine and talk about what I've done over the years. I'm going to give you 8 things. Now, the very last one is the fun one that we all want to do. So I want you to stick around for that one. Now, listen, guys, the deal is, hey, we all want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys and try to be dishonest to you on this video. I'm going to be totally honest with you and tell you that you can follow the things that I give you on this video, but it's not necessarily going to make you stop living paycheck to paycheck. You have to have discipline and consistency over a long period of time to actually get out of the routine of living just paycheck to paycheck. Now, right now, guys, there's lots of people, especially in America, who make a lot of money but are still living paycheck to paycheck. According to a CNBC survey, around 58% of all Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. And according to the Lending Club survey, that number is actually 60%. And that's because a lot of people just don't have a routine for their money. So let's jump into it, guys. The very first thing is I always do a budget before I get paid. Before I can touch the money, I've already done a budget for the money. That's number one. I already have a budget written out ahead of time. Meaning, hey, I don't get money until I've already spent the money on paper first. Guys, it's sort of like when you build a building, right? Whenever a building is built anywhere on the planet, there's always plans before the building is built. There's already drawings and everything's laid out, how we're gonna do this and do that. Everything is done on paper first before they actually start. So think about your money the exact same way. Right? Before the first stone is laid or before any dirt is moved, there's a plan. You don't build buildings without having a plan first. You don't get money without having a plan for that money first. Your budget is your blueprint. Your budget is the architectural plans that's laid out for your money before you receive the money. Your plan for execution and what to do with your money is just as important as anything you ever do with the money. And your budget is your plan. Now, guys, I do what's called a zero-based budget. And a zero-based budget just means all the money is spent, every single dollar, before you get the money. Now, some people like other budgeting strategies. There's the 50-30-20 strategy, where you take 50% of your after-tax money and pay your needs and your obligations. And then you take 20% of your after-tax money and you pay your debts and any savings, emergency savings. And then you take 20% of your after-tax money, and that's where you do all of your wants and your fun things, right? 50-30-20. Then you have the 80-20 budget, where you spend 80% of your money on your needs and wants, and then you spend 20% of your money on savings and paying off debt. So it depends on how you want to do it, guys. 50-30-20, 80-20, or the zero-based budget. But you gotta have a plan for your money before you even get the money. Hey guys, this channel is growing tremendously. I just wanted to take a moment out to say thank you very much for subscribing, for supporting, and for being a part of the Smart Money Bro community here on YouTube. Now, number 2 is this. Number 2, the second thing I do every time I get paid is I pay my necessities. I take care of all of the needs. Now, the one thing you got to think about, guys, is what is needs and what is wants, right? I know it sounds really elementary to figure out what's a need and what's a want, but oftentimes people kind of mix the two together. In other words, guys, you need transportation, right? But you don't need that BMW. You want the BMW to ride around in, right? You don't need the BMW. You just need transportation. You need shoes, but you don't need the latest pair of Air Jordans, right? You just need some shoes. You may need a purse, but you don't need the $1,000 purse, right? But oftentimes people get their needs mixed up with their wants. But it's all about delaying gratification and first taking care of what you actually need with your paycheck or with your money. So pay your needs first, and then we'll talk about later your wants. Hey guys, if you're getting any value at all out of this video, do me a favor, smash the like button. And please share this video with someone you think could use this information. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Now, the third thing I do every single time I get paid, no matter what, please, please, please consider this if you don't do it. But I do it every single time, and it's I pay myself first. Now, this money is already taken out of my check before I see it because I'm already contributing to my job's 401k or 403b. In my case, it's a TSP because I work for the federal government. So I already contribute this money automatically. It comes out before I even see it, because what I want to do is I want to pay the future me. I want to take care of the person down the road, 20 years down the road. I want to take care of that person. I want to pay their light bill. I want to pay their cell phone bill. I want to pay for their food. I want to pay for that person's rent or mortgage, whatever. I want to take care of me, the old me. So I go ahead and pay myself first out of every single check. Now guys, this has been built into my routine since 1994. There's been a couple of years that I didn't contribute to my retirement fund within that time frame, but for the most part, guys, it's been a fairly steady and consistent contribution every time I got paid. Now listen, I don't prefer that my family and friends and kids and grandkids and the government, I don't prefer all those people take care of the old me. I prefer to take care of the old me by doing what I can do right now to put aside as much money as possible. And every single time I get paid, I put a little bit to the side for that. Now, my suggestion, guys, if you want to escape living paycheck to paycheck and escape having other people taking care of you in 20 and 30 years, I suggest you do your best and try to put aside 10%, 12%, 15% or more of your money every single time you get paid. Now, the fourth thing I do every time I get paid is I save for emergencies. I put a little money to the side. On my budget, I have a little line item that's saving for emergencies to build that money up. Now, thankfully, I've built the money up. And after so long of doing this, guys, you get 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses put to the side in your emergency fund for emergencies. But it's very important because, guys, things will go wrong. So just put it in as a line item on your budget every single time you get paid, or you could do it on a monthly basis, whatever it takes. But try to put something every time you get paid to your emergencies. Now, number 5 is this. I have a separate savings for regular reoccurring things that I know are going to take place every single year. For example, I want to buy a few people some Christmas gifts every year. So every time I get paid, I put money towards that savings. I know that I got to pay property taxes on my home or taxes on my automobiles or my assets, right? So I put a little bit of money to the side for those things every single time I get paid. They're not emergencies. They're just things you know you have to pay every single year. And they're not surprises, right? They're not things that just pop up and you don't know where they came from. You know they're coming. You just got to prepare for them early. I take that money out every single paycheck. It's a line item on my budget. Now, the 6th thing I do is give. If you look at my budget, guys, at the top of every budget I've done for the last 20 plus years is the word giving, whether that be tithing, giving to a homeless shelter, giving to a domestic violence shelter, or helping somebody individually. Whatever it may be, guys, I prefer to be giving every single time I get paid because it's a principle. That giving, when you give, you can't just take from this world. You got to be giving something back and give your money if you can give your money. And I know people say you can give your time and you can give your energy and your effort, but I like to say give money. Even if it's just $5 or $10 or $15 every single time you get paid, give a portion of it to help somebody else. Give a portion of it to go towards something, a cause that you believe in. Trust me, guys, that principle works. And some of you may be saying, I can't afford to give anybody anything. Listen, you can't afford not to. Again, even if it's $5 or $10, just purpose in your heart to give something every time you get paid. And some of you may be saying, hey, I live in an American city that just costs way too much. I live in New York City. I live in San Francisco. I live in Seattle. I live in a place that's way too expensive. Listen, you can always move to a less expensive place. It's a hard decision for a lot of people. I totally get it. But if you can't afford the lifestyle in the city that you're living in, you've got to pick up and go somewhere where you can actually afford to live. And there's some cities that are very, very expensive in America. But you also have the ability, the choice to pick up and try to restart somewhere else where you can afford the housing, right? Or afford transportation or afford a vehicle. Now, I'm not telling everybody to move. I'm just telling you, you got to do what you got to do to get to where you want to get to. Now, the 7th thing I do is I pay off debt. every time I get paid. Now, thankfully for me in my situation, I was just able to get totally out of debt just a couple of months ago. So it's fresh and brand new to me. But every time I got paid for many, many years, guys, I put a small portion of that towards debt. Debt on things that are going down in value, depreciating items, paying that debt off, because debt is robbing you from money. Debt is taken away from the income that you get that could be going towards investing for the future or something different, right? Get rid of your debt as fast as possible. One way to do it, make it a line item in your budget so that every time you get paid, you're paying a little bit off on your debt. I don't care if you use the debt snowball method, which is where you take all your debts, list them from smallest to largest, and pay each one of them with a set amount, and then roll that money over and pay the next one, etc. Or if it's the avalanche method, where you put them in order of highest interest and pay those off. Whatever it may be, guys, come up with a system to pay your debts off. And one way you can do it is by every time you get paid, put a little money towards your debt and be aggressive with it, right? Don't play with debt, because if you play with debt, it's going to hang around for a lot of years. I can attest to that, right? I did a video not long ago, guys, talking about how I was in student loan debt for more than 30 years, literally more than 30 years. So trust me when I tell you, you want to get rid of debt as soon as you can. Now, number 8, I told you to stick around for number 8 because number 8 is the fun one. The one thing I want you to do, and the one thing I do with every single paycheck I get, is I have a little bit of fun with the money, right? I take the money and I say, hey, how can I have some inexpensive fun with $30, $80, $100, just something so that I can feel like I'm getting some reward at the end of my money. And I'm not just shelling my money out to every other place, but I'm actually using my money to have a little bit of fun for myself. Now, me, guys, I'm a very low maintenance guy. It doesn't take a whole lot for me to have a lot of fun. It doesn't take a whole lot of money, right? I can go to the park and have a good walk and feel just fine. It may not be the case for you, but whatever you do, don't allocate huge chunks of money for you to have fun. Now, this one's number 8, and it's last, because this is your wants. I want you to take care of all the other stuff first, and then when it comes time for you to have fun, take whatever you have left or whatever you allocated towards your fun and spend it on yourself. So because you're taking care of your wants with your fun money down the road after you've done all the other things in this video that I mentioned, it gives you a sense that I'm able to actually do something with my money at the end of the day. And for a lot of us, guys, that makes work actually worth it. Now, for me, guys, I've never needed fancy clothes, fancy shoes, fancy cars. I've never needed those things to feel good or to have fun or to have a good time, right? Those things just don't do it for me, but they may do it for you. And that's okay, right? Everybody is different. Now, listen, personal finance is personal. Everybody's situation is a little bit different. This is what I do with the money I get every single time I get paid. What you do may slightly differ. So I hope I was able to give you guys something to think about when it comes to what to do with your money every single time you get paid. I've done these things for decades, guys. These are the things that ultimately allowed me to stop living paycheck to paycheck. You guys, do me a favor. Drop a comment below and let me know what you do with your money every single time you get paid. Smash that like button for me, and please share this video with someone who you know could probably use this information. Check out a few of these videos right here for more on managing your money on your way to financial freedom. The best person to take care of the old you is the young you. Do me a favor, take care of yourself, but also take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.